Hi guys, my name is Rimchim and welcome back to our YouTube channel. And today again I'll be answering questions related to NIFT exam. Since you know the exam is coming, if you haven't watched the part 1, the link will be in the description. So please go and watch that. So let's start with the first question. And these questions have been asked to me on different social media platforms, on our Instagram, WhatsApp and our YouTube channel. So I'm trying to address the most important ones so that they can help everyone who's watching this video. Okay, so the first question is what is a situation test? So basically NIFT situation test is a 20% weightage exam. It's the part 2 or round 2 of NIFT exam. You can only give it if you qualify the first round. As the name suggests, NIFT situation test, you will be given a situation where you will be given a question and you will have to make a 3D model or a 3D solution out of it. The products will be provided to you. It's like a best out of waste kind of materials which are provided, like clay, wire, plastic spoons, thermocol balls, ribbons, craft papers, so basically for example, if a question comes that you have to make a headgear, you need to make that headgear in 3D form. And of course, once the first round is over, you will see a lot of our videos coming up for situation tests, so keep that in your notifications so that you can watch that. Okay, second question that someone has asked us is, can I tell some important topics for the CAT paper? Okay, so CAT paper means creative ability test. It's a 50% mark weightage for NIFT exam, and as the name suggests, creative ability test, this paper is much more design centric. So the basics of design is what you need to study, be it color theory, element of design, patterns and prints, stamp design, product design, storyboarding, logo design, basic unconventional use of objects, or the process questions. So basically overall a holistic design thinking, design process, and usage of these different categories of design, like graphic design, textile design, fashion design, handicrafts of India. You should have a very thorough knowledge of design as a subject. It's no longer those times where they will just give you very simple question. These days we have YouTube and so many online platforms available for all these students to really understand or read these subjects. So if you will ask me, I definitely can't tell you the whole syllabus for CAT exam, but a tip I can give you is go to the previous papers and you will find a pattern where you will realize that there are few topics which are overlapping, and start from there. There's a similar question that has been asked, which says important topics for GAT. Now on the website, if you will go syllabus of NIFT of GAT, how many number of questions will come, each section of maths or English or GK or current affairs, it's mentioned there. If you do not have that, please check the link in the description box or contact me on the number given below, and I'll be really happy to help you with all of that. And important topics, yes, current affairs of 2022, logical reasoning, you will have blood relation, you'll have seating arrangements, you have series questions. In English you have idioms, synonyms, antonyms, unseen passages. In maths you have percentage, average, ratio, simplification, profit and loss. So yes, there are few topics that come in the GAT exam, and do reach out to me if you would want a brief description of the same. I would love to help you out. Next question someone has asked is how to manage time in CAT paper. CAT of course is a 3-hour paper, and from the past years we have seen that there are 3 questions that come in the CAT paper. So what I usually tell my kids is to first read all the three questions. Start with your rough pages, doing brainstorming and ideations for those questions, and finish all the three with pencil. Once you are done with the rough sketching of all the three questions, move on to fairing them up by adding pencil colors and lot of ideation and creativity. I would say to dedicate, first 10 minutes of the paper to completely read the questions so that you do not miss the important parts. Underline the keywords in the question and then start working on your question. Do not give more than 40 minutes each for completion of all the three questions, because later on you also need some time to improve of your mistakes, do your presentation, fair up the paper. What if some mistake happens and you have to redo it? So leave some time of 30 minutes in the end for such things. Next question someone has asked us is how to increase general knowledge, GK, and current affairs for NIFT exam. So, of course, first important tip I tell my students also in the classes to read news daily. If you are someone who doesn't like reading newspaper, then download the apps of news of BBC in short app, or you can also go on Twitter and follow the trending topics or the news that are always there on the top. Also you can try learning it like me, because I'm also not a TV channel or a news channel person. So on Instagram what I do is follow channels like BBC News Laundry, Tatwa, and these kind of places will always give you source of information that is relevant, true, and will be helpful. Another thing is to make a list of the events that are very important in 2022 in India for your current affairs, like if Commonwealth happened, if someone's death happened, if some collaboration of some companies happened, or some war is going on where politicians are involved. So all these important topics that have put a relevance in today's society and are happening around are very important. Then there's Jagran Doshan, so many mediums which are available even on YouTube. If you'll just type current affairs of February, January, and you will find so many videos. So a regular brush up is what is necessary. And of course for GK there are topics like everything which is related to India, if it's famous monuments, famous personalities, famous holidays, if it's the states, their capitals, Indian dance forms, musicians. So there's a whole list of things which is important. Of course you are not perfect and you cannot learn everything, but yes, brushing up the famous and important things is something you should focus on. And if you are a student of of course you are a millennial and Gen Z, then why not take help from these apps which are available for free, and keep learning. One more very interesting question someone has asked me is that how much marks should I score to get NIFT Delhi? So I want to tell you, dear student, even if it's NIFT Delhi or even if it's NIFT Bangalore, Mumbai, or these top centers, if you are aiming for, then definitely if there's 100-mark paper of drawing that will be reduced to 50%, then definitely you need to score above 80, 90. And even in GAT, if it's 30% weightage and 100 questions are there, then make sure that you are attempting the maximum. So your aim should be to get the highest marks. Every year we see 39 or 40 being the 40% or 39% being the cutoff of NIFT, okay, out of 100. And you will think that oh just half, or I just need to get half marks. But you don't realize that passing the first round is very easy, but getting into center is something which is difficult, because marks have a difference of lot of ranks of students in the middle. And you have to understand around 3,500 or 4,000 seats are there in all over centers of NIFT. So make sure that your aim is to get the highest marks to get centers like Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai, Gandhinagar, Hyderabad, Kolkata, which are top centers that have good placements, good strengths, and good industry expert connect, or good kind of ambience. I'm not saying that centers like Patna, Srinagar, Kannur, and are not so good. But definitely, if you see the rank of NIFT centers, there is some kind of impact. Otherwise, why would someone take a lower center if they were getting Delhi or Mumbai? A center definitely plays a part in NIFT admissions and in counseling. So make sure that you're working for getting more marks rather than just passing the first round of exam. Another question that someone has asked me is if I could recommend some stationery that will be helpful for them for the round one. So of course, when the admit card will release, you will get a list of stationery that is allowed in the exam. I, as a mentor, irrespective of what is allowed, what is not allowed, I suggest few basic things that will always be needed and that makes your paper and gives you a little bit strength in the creative ability test. First is a set of color pencils. It can be Faber-Castell, Staedtler, Camling, any, but set of more than 30 or 40 shades. 48 shade one comes, 30, 28 shade comes. So try to carry a lot of shades so that in the exam, if you have to make light green, you don't have to mix green and yellow, and it will save your time. So a good set of color pencils is a must. A sharpener, a scale, a non-dust rubber or eraser which will not tear the paper, and your 4B pencil, 2B pencil, um, your normal edge pencil for light drawing if you want, a white color pencil, and a micron pen and a ball pen for the writing part. But do not use any kind of water based materials. I'm again repeating, there's a lot of confusion where people come in and tell me, oh, I want to use brush pens or sketch pens or these kinds of things. But I want to tell you, from the time I have been teaching and from the time I am running this institute, the students who have qualified for NIFT from my end have all been using color pencils, and also a good stationery or using a different kind of stationery will not result in you clearing the exam. So you have to make sure that you are using something that can be erased if something goes wrong, because if you will use water based materials, then what will happen is you will what if water drops on it, so it might get destroyed or something like that. So focus only on your ideas, focus only on your concept, your brainstorming, and then it doesn't matter what kind of stationery you use, because your design knowledge is what will help you clear the exam. I hope you like this part 2 of me answering questions of NIFT, and I really love it when I can share my experience, because I've also followed the same journey. As I told you, I'm alumni of NIFT Bangalore AD Department 2012-16 batch. If you have any other questions related to any design entrance exam, please feel free to reach out to me on all these platforms which are there. Bye.